Someone asked me a question about lithium batteries. And his question is, for remote apartments, like buildings in the village where most times he's not always around, and then he only comes home maybe once in a year. His question is actually, what's the state of his lithium battery if he only has to be using it just a few days or a few weeks in a whole year? What happens to the lithium batteries in such a location with his solar installation? Now, this is a very important question. Some people turn off their solar system when they are not around, and they turn it back for the few weeks they are going to be around for the entire year. That's actually a wrong practice. When you know you are not going to be around for maybe about a year or more, and you have a solar installation, it is not proper to turn off the entire system and leave your batteries idle throughout the period. It is best to leave the battery and the system continually on. What happens within this period is, provided you have solar panels and inverters, the whole system working as a unit, what happens is that if you have things like security lights or small power or maybe fridge or anything at all that will consume a little part of the energy, and then in the morning it recharges when there's sun, your system is perfectly in order. Your battery does not need to drain down before recharging. Even if it's a small discharge, maybe down to 90%, and then the next day it goes back again to 100%, continuously like that for a whole year, is not going to have any effect or any damage to your battery. What causes the major damage is if you leave the battery idle, not being charged, not being discharged. Sometimes you will have problem with the battery. But if you must do that, maybe you've already purchased the battery and you are not ready to use them at the moment, make sure that the battery is not fully charged if you are to preserve them for up to like a year. The battery should be charged between 40 to 60%, and then you can pack your batteries and keep them idle. But if the battery is going to be in use, that's actually the best I'll recommend. In that way, your solar system will still be on 24 hours all through the year and still being in active position without any major degradation, apart from the little cycle you are going to be having from maybe some little loads that you've connected to your solar system. I am Engineer Rex from Zango Power.